Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Midori's Midnight Sessions. Good evening. It's your, it's your host Midori. Yeah, good. How have we all been doing? Yeah. So today we are gonna talk about a subject that many people have discussed in here, but you know, I don't think anyone really acknowledge as something that they really fear about. So today's episode is called "It's Fine." Uh, it's fine to not do well in life. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot it for a moment. Sorry. So I I'm not I'm not gonna try to be fake. But yeah, I actually experienced the fear of actually failing something. But I was talking to this with my friend earlier, and I said to her, if the cost of actually getting good grades is my mental health, what am I gonna do? Like, the choice the choices I have are either failing completely or barely passing, but like you're actually going crazy inside your mind. That's what that's what the problem was. And for the most part, for the most part, it was something that I kind of got scared of, but at the same time, I kind of welcomed it. I kind of welcomed it because not all the time you're gonna succeed. And if your case is similar to mine, where you're stuck between caring for mental health and caring for academics, where should we do the bottom line? Where should we kind of compromise? And I feel like at this point there's just no in betweens. There's just no in betweens for such stuff. And I feel I feel bad. I mean, no, I don't feel bad, but there's that confusion that dissipates between there's kind of that weird air, to say the least, that do I have to do this? Do I have to do that? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? And I think many of you know this week is my finals. And I actually just finished I just finished laying out like the latter part of our magazine for our final project. And then the next thing, I found myself layouting another infographic. And then the next thing, I found myself doing an activity for another subject. And my mind is just like, oh my god. It's just about to, what do you call this? It was just about to explode. No, actually, it exploded. Like my mind was in some sort of what am I gonna do phase. What am I supposed to do with these schoolworks? They keep burdening me. And my mind just went shut down. So for a few minutes, my mind was just like shut down. It was so overwhelmed with thoughts of passing this, passing that, when is the deadline, blah 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 blah. And for me, especially for a free-spirited person like myself, it feels heavy. Like the burden is so heavy. But then again, you're left with either two choices. The first one is you're gonna pass, but you have to compromise yourself. And by yourself, I mean, I don't know, mental health, physical health. God knows. God knows. It was a time where what are you gonna do? The second choice was, well, failing entirely. And I've long thought to myself, like even as the second semester started, I thought it was, well, we gonna ditch this entire sem. We just gonna try and fail this entire thing. I know it's weird, but these are the only two choices. You can pass, but your mental health will be at risk. Or you have another, or you fail entirely. But do you think it's fine? Like, would we be fine even if we fail? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. I've always thought to myself, it's fine to fail, girl. It's fine to fail. Not, as I said earlier, not all the time you're gonna be up there. You're not gonna be successful all the time. You're gonna have your lowest points, and during these lowest points, you think of what you've done, you like reflect on what has happened until now when stuff actually didn't go your way, and it's fine. It's fine. Earlier I was actually like on the verge of tears. I was actually on the verge of tears. Like, I wanted to like I actually my emotions were just like on the brink of bursting, but I just like calm myself. I tried myself. It was just so overwhelming for me, and that's I paused for a minute. I paused for a couple minutes to like watch an episode of Sketchbook that I have downloaded in this laptop, and soon after I felt some kind of relief that I was distracted, to say the least. My mind was distracted from all these schoolworks and blah 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 and whatever. Like, it is like you have to pass this, you have to pass that, and all within the next few days, your mind is just gonna blow. Your mind is just gonna blow like a volcano. And yes, it's happened to me before. It's happened to me, I think, when I was in like 12th grade. That I thought to myself, look, you don't have to be successful all the time. You can have a grade of 75 and not give a shit. Like, it won't really define you as a person. And by the way, I'm not crying. I'm just trying to battle with my drowsiness. I'm really feeling drowsy right now, so I might sleep after this. After this podcast. And I have been really observing people in the server, and I saw some of you have really kind of serious problems that I wanted to talk about. And no, please don't misunderstand. I'm not crying. I just feel drowsy as hell, because earlier I actually pulled there. I left at like 3 a.m. I mean, just a few minutes before 3 a.m. So, yeah. I wanted to check out your stories, because I saw a couple of them while I was observing in the last few days, and I'm gonna read one. I'm gonna read one for a minute. Let me just find that. I'm really feeling so sleepy. Oh my god. I'm really trying to battle. I'm trying to battle with my sleep. I'm just... I really hate it when people trying to like steal the spotlight, girl. If you want the spotlight, you can have your own podcast, I guess. I mean, it's really hard. Like, I really hate when finals comes because these are the times when I'm just like, oh my god, like my mind gets overwhelmed and it just shuts down right after. Like, why? I think I have found... I'm not sure where this message was sent. Like, I'm not sure where exactly that message was sent, but I'm trying to look for it. I'm happy right now. By the way, thank you so much for joining us. What? 28 people? This is the first time so many people have listened to this podcast, and thank you so much. Thank you. Wait, let me try and... Oh yeah, I found it. I found it, y'all. So I observed this last Wednesday. Okay. I think a lot of you people are listening to this podcast because it's something that you actually can relate to. And I'm also gonna try to speak from my personal experiences. Okay. I'm trying to back read this entire thing. Okay. If you're listening, I kind of hope that you're kind of doing well. I guess. So this person said this past year hasn't been their best. Heading into high school, but with the quarantine, with the pandemic, my motivation to do schoolworks went down. This had me struggling to do anything for too long. I easily got distracted and it was good for me. Of course, to my mom, all that mattered was my grades. Every week, I had to come up with an excuse. I swear to God, I didn't do anything. Why? Why people would you? Why of all people would you try to ruin stuff? My God. I am deeply sorry for the inconvenience, but anyway, okay. Okay. So let's try to go back to the freaking mess. I'm just kidding. Let me back read again. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm I'm trying to look for it again. Oh my god. Why do people things like that? Anyway, honestly, I can relate. I can relate because not all the time. I mean, not really all. Not. I don't think that's the right word, but even in college, you experience these kinds of stuff. I've come to terms with it, and my mind was just like set on the thought that okay, we'll graduate. Okay, we'll graduate, but yeah, I think we might have. I think we might have to kind of sacrifice a little bit, because it's not because it's not going your way, but when you what do you call wait how should I approach it when I think of these kinds of thoughts? I just try to think that it's okay, you tried, and that should be good enough because, well, you did put effort on stuff. You did try. At least you did something that kind of made it become worthwhile. I don't really know how to word it. I don't really know how to word it. Why am I? I'm currently having trouble. Okay, I think I found it. I think I found it. Okay. I deeply apologize. I tried. Every week, I had to come up with a new excuse as to why I didn't get school done, and that's tiring. I have a day to get to pass everything so I can, get through the next school year. And honestly, I'm scared I failed. Might have to redo this school year, or I can go to high school next year, and it's stressing me out. Um, Personally, I feel you. The reason is because I'm also kind of in that stage right now where I think I might be experiencing feel like it's troubling experiencing the fear of failure. I was in 12th grade, and for the first time, I wanted to feel like a normal student because people know me a lot as someone really, and I mean really intelligent. Like, they see me as someone who's really charismatic. Like, you have the natural charisma that makes people want to shut up, and I've seen that a lot, most of the time actually. Like, every time I would raise my hand, people would just like stare, stare at me, and probably think to themselves, what is she gonna say? What is she gonna say? And I think expectations kind of raised up because I was a graduating student. I was graduating out of high school. I was graduating of high school. I'm almost a college student. And well, I am having trouble. How do you call this? I'm having trouble trying to be normal. Can I just skip class once? I wanted to skip class. I've always wanted to skip class. Because for most of my school life, I've never skipped class. The only times I did was, number one, when I'm sick. But for the most part, it's just fever. And my appendectomy happened when when we were on vacation, like school vacation. So it didn't really qualify. And so for most of my school life, the main reasons I was absent was because I'm sick. And that was about it. And then 12th grade came, and yeah, I really thought to myself, I wanted to be a good I don't want to be a good student anymore. I kind of started to hate people associating me with being an intelligent person, because I am very much aware of the fact that I am intelligent. I am aware. I know that people know me for being intelligent, but I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be that way anymore. I just grew tired of it. And I think that's how I basically skipped class for like almost the entirety of the second semester. Like, I didn't want to go to school. I kind of lost my willpower and enthusiasm to go to school. And before you say anything, I am not crying. I am trying to combat my drowsiness. And okay, I think the latter part of, like, towards the end of the school year, I thought to myself, well, I don't think I can graduate. It's fine. I can stay another year. at the time, like, I was mainly fine with it. I was gonna fail. And people were like asking me, why are you like this? What are you trying to do? What what are you what are you doing, basically? There was this one time when my advisor just basically confronted me, and he really said that to my face. Like, he said, "What? Why do you skip class?" Because he never, no one has ever seen me skip class, and I think they thought I was gonna be the last person to skip class. I remember him, and it was a fire drill, and he asked me what are you trying to do? Why are you skipping class? And at the time, I just had a hard time answering him. Like, I can't answer him. There was no word. There was nothing that was coming out of my mouth. And I was just staring into the distance. And I was thinking, how am I gonna answer that? I was like, I can't look at him in the eye. I had a hard time looking at him in the eye, because I was so scared that he might see me as someone who is bound to fail. But actually, I wanted to feel normal. I wanted to feel like just a typical student. I don't want to be associated with the word intelligent. Like, I was growing tired of it. And when my grades came out, they were like, for the most part, they were like on the lower side of the spectrum. It was kind of like an 80 to like 90. That sat fine with me. That sat fine. Because I know I have my limits. I'm not someone who works hard. But when given the chance, I wanted to at least put in effort. And not just effort, my heart. I wanted to pour in my heart into it. Because I don't want to half-ass. I don't want to half-ass shit. Okay? And I think that was how I think that was a story of me failing. But I have actually come to embrace it more now than back then, because when you're in college, you can take time off. People won't care. People won't care that you took time off. They'll just move on with the rest of their lives. They'll just well, they're just gonna move on like nothing happened. And I kind of wanted people to forget me, if that is an appropriate term. Because I feel like I'm someone who's forgettable. Forgettable in a sense that they'll probably move on. And especially when you're in the teaching profession, you tend to have a lot of students, so it changes every time. But deep inside, I was also thinking, I also kind of want to be unforgettable. Unforgettable in the way that I hope, I secretly hope to myself that I somehow, sometimes, somehow touch the lives of other people. So yeah, let's continue the story. I'm pretty sure if I wasn't on Discord, I wouldn't have lasted at all, and I would have shut down. All my friends were talking shit behind my back and saying I was a horrible person. Someone even said, guys, if I end up like this person, stop being friends with me and other stuff. So I've basically lost all my friends, and because of that, I probably would have given up on this year. Given up on everything. You know, I've always felt, I'm not gonna lie, I've always felt deep down in my heart that um I've always felt deep in my heart that I don't have friends. Because people would like come and go. They just leave me there behind. I always felt like I didn't have anyone to talk to. Like, I was forced to keep it all in and try to pretend, to say the least. Especially in school, I only have like a couple true friends. Like, people I really call close friends. People I have nicknames with. Because my friend, some of my closest friends have nicknames. Call them my nicknames. Like, it's always on the first day. It's always on the first day that I'm like, okay, let's talk to somebody. Try to approach them, and people, yeah, nice to meet you. I hope you're doing fine. I hope you're doing fine. And we would just like talk all day. We just talk, and then the next day they found new friends. They found new friends and they left me behind. So I was there, just you know, standing. And I really hate that feeling, because I like being around people. I think a lot of you know that. I like chatting with others. I like to talk. I'm a blabbermouth. That's why I have That's why I have the podcast in the first place. Because I like to talk. And when people leave, it's just like, they've left me for another guy. Why? And I'm like, oh my god, I shouldn't cry over this. Should I fret over this? And I just think to myself, well, I probably should just move on. Maybe we can find friends in the unlikeliest of ways. And maybe it's because people always see me as weird. That at the time, I remember when I was like in first year, I would like go to every person. I would, what do you call this? I would actually them from the freaking gate to the college, so they know their way around. And the next day, they have their friends. Like, I feel like they were seeing me as a hurdle to pass on. And I kind of felt bad about myself back then. Because I remember, I think I ate by myself then. I wasn't sure. I think I ate by myself on the first day of school. Because I felt alone. Like I felt like no one wanted to talk with me. And I am always like the first one to approach people. And I felt bad. I felt bad for myself because I'm trying to like reach out to them, but you know, they can't reach out to me. But as time went on, I was like, okay, it's fine. I can eat by myself. It's fine. I'm not really mad. I'm happy that they found friends. Like, I'm just gonna root for them from afar. You know, I feel happy when they find friends, but I also feel sad for myself because who am I gonna talk to now? I just felt so bad. Yeah. Let's continue this story. Thanks to Discord, I was able to make friends, and it made me miss my real life friends less. It made me happier. But my family doesn't know I'm on Discord. And if they figure it out, I'll most likely have to cut off everything. All of the friendships that I've ever had in here. If I don't graduate, my whole family would be disappointed in me. He said the same shit, that I dated people for fun. I manipulated the boys in my friend circle because I was the only girl. And then this other girl said, oh, she was the only girl in the group back then. I don't think she was the best, to be honest. And I happen to trust her the most too. She let me rant to her about anything. When I saw they were talking bad, I was too hurt to cry. Like, I kinda expected it. Okay, let's. I think we should pause on that for a minute. I think I've heard so many people talking bad about me. Sometimes they have the audacity to do it in front of my face. And I kinda just shrug it off. I kinda shrug it off because I'm like, nah, we ain't gonna deal with that stuff. Let's just calm down and try and move on. But then later you're actually like pondering about it, like, why did this happen in the first place? Why did he say that? What does he think I have been going through? What am I doing trying to be paranoid about this? But yeah, I remember just last year, like on our first semester, it was our first day of school, and a little bit of a trigger warning. A little bit of a trigger warning for y'all. I am about to talk a very sensitive topic. So if you if you're if you have a hard time to if you have a hard time processing all of what I'm about to say, we can you can go out. You can go out of the podcast for now, and then come back when I'm actually done. So this was last year, and it was our very first day in school. It was also my first day of online class. And, well, there was me trying to like dance to K-pop stuff, whatever. I have my camera turned on. I was wearing a duster. Because I literally wear like these spaghetti sleeve dress that I call duster in that we Filipinos call duster inside the house. And I have like, I don't know, four of them, each with different designs, of course. And then I was on the camera. I was just kind of listening. I was paying attention. And then my professor said to the class that I don't remember, but I remember him. I remember to him. I remember that he was explaining about rules regarding etiquette, if I remember correctly. And he said this: boys will be boys. And the reason why it offended me was the reason why it offended me was um okay, I'm just kind of I'm just kidding there, but yeah, someone did NSFW stuff on me. So yeah, I was basically sexually, almost sexually harassed. So yeah, at the time, I turned off the camera, and my mic was turned up as well, and I was just saying fuck, fuck, fuck. I was literally cussing him. I was literally cursing at him. I was so angry. I was crying, literally crying. I was like, why did you have to say that? That was so freaking offensive. Like, girl, you don't know stuff. Why are you? You're trying to judge. People. Like, you're trying to stereotype shit, and you don't even know what someone went through. That actually offended them. That you know. And I was so pissed. But I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything because I was I was I was angry. But I was just like literally cursing at him, like I wanna punch him so bad. How dare he do this? He's a freaking he's my freaking teacher. Why the heck is he saying that? And well, I don't know. My mic was my mic was turned on, and I didn't know, and my teacher had me on mute, and so when that happened, it was like, yes, that's it, I'm done, I'm out of here, bye. And I was crying, like I was literally crying that time. And I was just thinking, like, bro, are you a teacher? Are you kidding me? You said something offensive, like, why are you saying that? And you don't even know there's someone who's a fucking victim of a sexual harassment. You know. There was someone who actually got sexually harassed. Like, why should you say that? Yeah. And I remember like a few hours later, because I was so pissed. I tried to calm myself down. I went to the terrace, to the balcony, try to calm myself down, play some tunes, whatever. Because I was just so pissed. I was just so angry. And what do you call this? I messaged him. Or more like, this was what happened. Since I can't reach him because he didn't have his messages on, I can't message him unless he is my friend. So I had one of my my other professors during my first year, who happened to be friends with him, to message him about the entire thing. Because I literally, so I said to him, sir, you can't do this. You literally just offended someone. And I noticed that I remember him saying during the class that he was barely replying to messages. So I had no choice. I had I had to um I had to tell everything to my other to one of his friends who happened to be one of my previous professors. And uh and I told this previous professor to like relay the message to him. And I remember sending this message. Hello sir, I just wanted to say I was offended by your remark earlier. As a victim of sexual harassment, I feel invalidated. I just wanted to clear some stuff out and I apologize for wearing such clothing. And it wasn't like until an hour later that he replied to me. It wasn't until an hour later that he actually said something. Because you have to remember, he barely replies to messages. He barely does. So yeah, I didn't have a choice. Let me. I'm looking. I'm gonna back read. Okay. I'm gonna back So he said this to me. I apologize for all not choosing the right words. I've also realized my fault to what happened yesterday. Oh wait, this was how he actually replied. So this was his reply to me. This was an hour later, after an hour after I sent the message. No, I wasn't victim blaming you. I'm really sorry if you received it that way, or I've hurt you. What I mean was there we boys, whatever whatever we choose to wear. You can air whatever you want as long as you look presentable. It's not the problem is not in your end. And I'm sorry as well for not choosing the right words. I've also realized my fault regarding what happened yesterday. That was his actual reply to me at the time. And yes, I, I forgave him. And yeah, words are powerful. Like, was there might be times when you unknowingly offended someone, like what happened in my case. And it wasn't until it wasn't until past that someone would that you would actually reach out to that person to, like, trying to make amends, to say the least. Yeah. As for this story, I kind of understand because I've been through that a lot, and not just that case. There are a lot more that I barely tell. So the story continues. I'm serious. If my mom ever tells me to stop being on Discord, I'm gonna show her this conversation so she can see all the worry is just in her head. That I've met good people, better people than she thinks. And yes, I think at first my mom got kind of worried. Because there was like one time I was answering not video call, there was no video call back then, but I was in a voice chat with my friends, with my old friends. And mom was like, who are you talking to? And this and that, this and that, this and that. There was another I think there was another story that I saw earlier. Let me back read on that as well. I think this is a little bit of a relationship problem. So this person is gay, and he had this friend, I think it was a boyfriend, that hurt him in the relationship and didn't remember his name. So when you're in a relationship like that, I think it's really best to leave. I think this is the same case with another one. They recently broke up though. They recently broke up, so yeah, that's relieving to say the least. You know, people, it's fine to fail, to say the least. Because fearing failure, I think it's just inside our head because we always wanted to look good to people. It's fine to like think and look back. How have you been? Uh, how have you been doing until now? Not in terms of actual uh, like physical things like school works, job environment or whatnot, but how have you been doing mentally? How have you been how are you dealing with regards to your situation? I think it's best to like take a calm approach. Just breathe in and out a little bit. Think, reflect, and try to like come up with a decision that would fit what you want. But you have to remember, not everything will go according to what you wish. You can't always be up the roller coaster all the time. You have to go down, and you have to go down fast. Like you go down fast, because that's a roller coaster. One minute you're up, the next you're down. And it's fine to feel. It's fine to fail. It's in the title, but when you fail, it's not really the end of the world. When you fail, the world still revolves around you. When you fail, life goes on. And well, it can be the BTS song. But even before BTS released the Life Goes On song, as someone who has gone through so much in life, don't just give up. You know? And when you fail, I think when you fail, it's also success. It's like success because every success starts with a failure.
one closes, another door opens, as they say. Not every opportunity lies in that one certain route. You don't have to follow a certain timeline per se. You don't have to think like I'm graduating college at this age, I'm gonna get married at this age, I'm gonna get this age, I'm gonna get blah 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 blah. And that should be fine. Like, as said earlier, not everything go your way. So let it just like just walk. Just walk at your pace. Try to figure stuff out. And I think we should always be thankful. Because at the very least, we're alive. We breathe. Like, even if we are going through hard times, we're still breathing. And honestly, that should be fine, because I think the mere fact that we are breathing, even despite everything that is happening around us, we're still. And that, well, that situation, I didn't let it get to me much. I eventually moved on. In fact, the irony of that the irony of that situation I told you about earlier was that I actually became close to that professor. I'm not kidding. We actually kind of became close. And I'm a pretty kind person. I forgive easily, but I hold grudges. But I forgive, because I can't just dwell on the fact that I'm angry at someone forever. You don't have to be angry at someone all the time. Forgiving takes a lot of time. Takes a long time. Because you have to have your mind be conditioned by then. And I hope you guys find the strength to be happy in spite of failure. When you're at your lowest point, it's always gonna be a challenge. It's always gonna be something that you know, it's always gonna be something worth pondering on, worth reflecting on. What have you been doing up until this day? Was it all worth it? Were the sacrifices worth it? Were the big decisions worth it? And when you when you think it is, I think you have succeeded in life. Not just in being, you actually very much succeeded in life even without all the material stuff. Life doesn't always have to be hippity hoppity. But it's fine to fail, because the next time you can get up anyway. It's fine to fail as long as you get up, being prouder of yourself than ever before. That's it for this week's Midori's Midnight Sessions. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.